Today, my comrades, we have a video on the Vityaz DT30. This may also include the DT10 and the 20. This unit is designed from the USSR back in the Cold War days. This was the top dog. This thing is pretty gnarly. This thing goes places you can only dream of going. Well, the Russians got this sick looking unit. We were stuck with the shitty Nodwell, which it worked all right. It was pretty good for what we had. We used it also in oil field conditions as the same. They used their DT30 for oil field transportation as well. This is a Nodwell. This is Twilight's, which in the later years, I do believe a company called Vityaz. I never really knew where they came from or where they were out of, but I worked with them a few times in my early years at Road Train when I was running pull trucks. The unit was crazy, and to handle a whole derrick on your own, it's unheard of at that time. So it was pretty cool. The DT30 featured a V12 710 horsepower engine from the early years that was borrowed from the T-64 main battle tank. Later years, they borrowed the engine from the T-72 main battle tank, which was more up in the 800 horsepower. Pretty much the same thing, 4-stroke, preheat. Pretty awesome unit. Bulletproof, just like everything else in the Russia. Now this V12 power plant comes out, the engine's in the main unit, and it comes out and it goes to a drop box is what we call it here in Canada. It might be different there. And that allows for the drive shaft to come out at a lower point. And it's got hydraulic steering, everything is at the attachments in the middle, and then you can see in there's the drive shaft, so all 4 tracks drive, which is pretty wicked, and that's how they can be allowed to go pretty much almost anywhere. And it's amphibious, so that's pretty kick-ass. It's probably like the greatest fishing, hunting unit a guy could ask for, except for it's not that quiet. I asked my wife if I could have one, she said no. And this is what it would look like in my backyard. I said, honey, it looks like it fits right in. Sometimes I even wonder why I'm even married.
I hate you.
I'm majorly interested in Russian vehicles, especially the Soviet stuff. I love old, I love ugly, and I love functionality, stuff that just keeps on going and never stops. I scoured the internet seeing what one of these would cost. It didn't tell me if it was Russian or US. It just said $35,000 for a 2006. That's the DT30 is the dual track setup. These vehicles came into service, they started with the DT-LP and the DT-L in the 70s, and then converted up to the bigger one to carry more weight, the DT-10, 20, and 30 from about 1980. They didn't have a vehicle that could get across Siberia, Antarctica, or even the Arctic, so they use it in lots of oil exploration, all sorts of human transportation. They got villages that are in the middle of nowhere that you can't get to in the summer because of the muskeg, and in the winter because just the conditions are too harsh. Now this unit's also featured on Spin Tires is a computer video game, which is wicked. And also Spin Tires for your Xbox. I do believe it's for PS4 as well. which is another wicked game, and I love playing it because it has all this old Soviet off-road army military stuff in it. First off, hats off to Russians. Love it. You guys are crazy and you do crazy shit. Keep posting these off-road videos on YouTube. I love watching them, and the stuff you got going on, it's made me think twice about actually moving so I could enjoy some of this crazy stuff and just try it out, because I'm always looking for the next adventure.